By the way, guys, just before I wrap this up and before I go in and edit this video, let me just show you something. Let me show you where the fuck I'm living, and tell me why would you look at this? Look, beautiful palm trees everywhere. The sun is out. It's the middle of October. Why would you stay in such a shithole when you have all the opportunity in the world to work online, to make money through the internet? Why would you do that? Why would you stay in that horrendous police state? Really, like, I don't know. What's up, guys? This is Brett here from brettdev.com, coming at you once again with another video from Thailand. And last night I was chilling out. Fucking mosquito. Last night I'm chilling out and I'm browsing through YouTube, and I come across this video, and it's by it was on Good Morning Britain, and it was John Cleese, and the video was titled "Why I'm Boycotting Britain." So if you don't know who John Cleese is a famous actor. He's like an old dude now, but he was like in the show Fawlty Towers. And he's a famous British actor if you're not British and you're not familiar. And it really got me thinking. I watched a video, and as somebody who's an expat and has been an expat for several years, I was interested to see what he had to say and why he is boycotting Britain. So this famous guy. And what he was talking about, it really just echoed a lot of what I hear from expats already. And several of the reasons that he mentioned were reasons why I left Britain. They're reasons why other people tell me they've left Britain. And not just Britain, but Western countries in general, like Europe and even the States to some extent. Lesser so the States. I don't think it's in as bad of a way as Britain is, despite what people may think about Trump. But yeah, some of the things he was talking about I could really relate to. And I'm sure a lot of you guys, whether you live back in the UK now or live in Europe, could also relate to as well. So, I mean, these are some real common things that people talk to me about all the time. So, first couple of things I was going to talk about is immigration and crime. So, I think the two kind of go hand in hand, but obviously the UK has a massive problem with immigration. It has done for the past 10, 15 years, probably longer. But more so now, it seems like I remember just going back to where I used to live in Essex, and it's like there are no churches anymore. The immigration is just out of control. You don't even recognise it. You go back there and you think you're in a foreign country now. This used to be isolated only to certain parts of London. Now it's like if you're in the UK, you're the minority if you're like a white British person. So immigration by far is out of control in the UK. Now, when you emigrate, what is so amazing about the immigration in the UK is when you actually emigrate out of the UK and you come to a place like Thailand, you see that the immigration in the UK isn't the norm, which is what makes it even more disgusting and like annoying, because, you know, like we're told to believe in Britain that the immigration, you know, it's all part of just being good citizens and worldly people. But when you go to every other country in the world, and this is a big thing, like with the whole Trump movement and stuff, like when you go to any other country in the world, like Thailand, for example, they have really strict immigration laws. Like they don't want the worst people from other countries coming in, committing crime and all that stuff. So I think people in Britain really are just sick of it, to be honest. And that's why you get a lot of people that are obviously leaving, like I say, not just Britain, but Europe. Crime is also out of control. I mean, I remember I shared an article on Facebook a while back, and there's a website called Numbero, which compares the cost of living. Now, I think I actually came across the site because I was doing some research on the cost of living, like the differences between Thailand and the UK for another video, but also realised that on this website, this Numbero website, which I'll link in the description, you can compare like crime indexes across different states, cities, countries. And the town I used to live in back in the UK, I was comparing. You would never expect the crime there to be. This is in Essex, which is not the best part of England, but you would never expect the crime there to be as bad as, say, like the Bronx or something like that. And when I did a comparison, it was actually worse. So the crime in the UK is just out of control. I don't really think you can ignore that it's a result of immigration or it's coupled to it in some way. Obviously, it's that. It's obviously poverty as well, and people like the recession and stuff like that. But the point is, the crime in England and Europe is just out of hand. Like, now, I live halfway around the world in Thailand, and this is perceived to be a dangerous country. And I've said this on this channel before. I can walk down any street, any alleyway at any time of night in this entire city and be perfectly safe. If you're a woman, you can do that. Any alleyway, any time of night, any day of the year, that you have no fear of being attacked, being robbed, being mugged. Now, of course, it happens. It tends to happen more so in the capital city, Bangkok and Pattaya, and places down south. I'm in Chiang Mai, but it's very rare. Like, it's almost unheard of. Like, in the years and years I've been living here, I've never even once come across an encounter where any potential harm could have ever come to me, or there could have ever been any altercation with me and somebody else. In years, it just doesn't exist. So this is, I'm out here in the supposed third world, as people like to call it, from Britain. And back there, everybody's getting robbed, stabbed, shot. So crime is a massive, massive thing. I think people need to kind of wake up and recognize, the shithole that they live in, and make a change. If it means you move in, or if it means just recognize it for one, because it's never going to get addressed. But it's out of hand, And going on to another topic, I've got a list here of all of these things. So. This is kind of like a rant, but it's something I wanted to talk about. So, the third point is Britain's a complete and total police state. And again, I'm talking to you from a country that is under military rule. I feel more pressure from the police in Britain, which is a so-called democracy. I never feel under pressure from the police. This country's under military rule. It's fine. There's no crime. Say what you want about whatever situation, democracy or whatever you like, but in Britain, the police state is horrendous. And I, for one, was just sick of it. It's I've spoken to many expats about it, and it feels like when you're there, it's like Britain's obviously small. It's like an island, right? Everywhere you go, you're trapped. It's like average speed cameras clocking how fast you're driving your car, tickets in the mail. You're so ingrained and wired into the system that there's no escape. You step out one foot out of line, even by accident, and you're paying fines. You're paying big fines. You're fucked. It's really a horrible, horrible existence in comparison to when you come to a place or when you visit places that are so free. And like I say, whatever perception you have of so-called third world countries, they're wrong, because people need to take a look around at where they're currently living, and the state of England, the state of Europe, the state of the US. They're out of control. And to top it all off, it costs a fortune to live there. So people are paying a shitload to stay in these countries, which is insane. I don't understand it. It's like the system. I know it's all to do with the system trapping you. That's really what happens in the US and the UK. It's everything's so expensive. You can't pay for cash. You can't pay anything with cash anymore. It's a police state. You're locked in, and as soon as you get locked in, as soon as you get that job, as soon as you get that mortgage on your house, you are fucked. You can't go anywhere. And you pay through the nose for it, and it's mad. It's madness, absolutely madness. So I can see why John Cleese is boycotting Britain. He went on to talk about how the press is corrupted in Britain. It's the lowest ranking. It's got the lowest trust ranking in the whole of Europe. 4 years in a row. The press just doesn't exist in the UK anymore. It's just totally biased and one-sided. I mean, even going back to the European Union and the referendum, I mean, what's the point in having one? I mean, you know, if people are going to vote for something and they're not going to get the outcome anyway, it's so blatant, open, in your face, police state corruption. It's just unbelievable, and this is really what is driving a lot of people from the country. You know, it's not cost of living. It's not just the the freedom to go to the beach when you want. What really is driving most expats and Westerners that I meet out of the West is all the things I've mentioned in this video. So, like I said, sorry guys, it's a bit of a rant. But I know that you guys watching will probably relate to what I'm saying, because I kind of get a feel for what you guys as an audience are like, and we all kind of seem to be on the same level a lot of the time. So anyway, hope you like the video, and until next time, if you did, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. This is Brett from brettdev.com, and I'm out. Peace.